Do you know Primm? This unincorporated community in Clark County, Nevada, formerly known as State Line, was known for its location on Interstate 15 at the Nevada-California border. It was renamed Primm by its original developer, Ernest J. Primm, in 1996 to avoid confusion with the State Line area in northern Nevada. Primm Valley Resorts, which started as a dream in the 1950s, had become the place to stop on the way to Las Vegas by the 1990s. However, something happened that changed its fortunes forever. Was it a twist of fate, a heinous crime, or the legend of Whiskey Pete? The economy that supports the community relies primarily on its three casinos, the Primm Valley Resorts, which include Buffalo Bill's, Whiskey Pete's, and Primm Valley, which in its heyday attracted gamblers from Southern California itching to get lucky as they would stop before reaching Las Vegas, 40 miles, 64 kilometers to the north, or on the return to California for one last spin of the wheel before leaving Nevada. The casinos employ most of Primm's residents, which in 2000 was a whopping 436. However, the Las Vegas Review-Journal now states that as of 2007, the population is 1,132. Primm also has a store just over the California state line that sells California state lottery tickets and games, including the multi-state Powerball and Mega Millions games, mainly to Nevada residents, as their constitution prohibits a state lottery. Buffalo Bill's Resort and Casino offered a variety of rides and attractions in addition to gaming, retail, and dining. One of the most notable was the 200-foot roller coaster Desperado, the tallest and fastest steel coaster in America when it opened in 1996. The ride goes over the casino's interior and exterior and features a 200-foot drop through the roof of the casino. The casino also has a log flume ride inside. Pete McIntyre owned a gas station at the state line in the 1920s. McIntyre was having a hard time making it in the gas business, so he decided to start bootlegging alcohol. Pete was known to be a cantankerous moonshiner, the type of guy who didn't take crap from anyone. Primm historians remember him as Whiskey Pete. Local legend has it that his desire upon his death was to be buried in a vertical coffin, standing straight up with a bottle of bootleg whiskey in his hands, so he could have a drink while he watched over the region. Around 1994, while workers were building a connecting bridge from Whiskey Pete's to Buffalo Bill's Hotel and Casino on the other side of I-15, it appears that Whiskey Pete's unmarked grave was exhumed by accident. Bruce Sedlicek, the project coordinator, said, "There wasn't much left. The tractor caught the edge of the box, and the skull popped out. Whiskey Pete was staring up at us." The exact burial site was unknown because tombstones marking the grave were mysteriously stolen. The remains were relocated and are now said to be reburied in one of the caves where he cooked his moonshine. Primm began as the dream of Ernest Primm, who bought 400 acres at the border for $12,000 in the 1950s in an area initially called State Line. The federal government deeded him 400 more acres, and he built a small 12-room motel and a coffee shop in the mid-1970s. He put in slot machines, and people started to come. Primm died in 1981, and his son Gary Primm built the casino hotels you can now see from the highway. The motel became Whiskey Pete's in honor of the local gas station owner and entrepreneur who bootlegged whiskey. Gary built Primm Valley, originally called Prima Donna in 1990. Buffalo Bill's came next in 1994. The 1990s were Primm's heyday. Back then, it wasn't a town to pass through. It was a place to stop and stay for a while. Today, about 600 people live in the Desert Oasis apartments, built when MGM Mirage owned the properties, in the adjacent Primm Valley Golf Club from 1999 to 2006. Primm has many exciting attractions that make it worth a visit, although many travelers may simply pass right through today. Primm Valley, the 3 large casinos in Primm, are at the desert border of California and southern Nevada. They are Buffalo Bill's Resort and Casino, Whiskey Pete's, and Primm Valley Resort. Remember the 200-foot roller coaster Desperado, the tallest and fastest steel coaster in America, when it opened in 1996. The ride goes over the casino's interior and exterior. The casino building also has the log flume ride inside. There are the fashion outlets of Las Vegas at Primm, a large outlet shopping mall, the Flying J truck stop at Whiskey Pete's, a Tesla supercharger station, convenience stores, and restaurants. Other activities in Primm include 2 championship caliber golf courses, Bonnie and Clyde's Death Car, and the Lotto Store. Buffalo Bill's is also home to the Star of the Desert Arena, a 6,500-seat arena created for concerts and special events. Buffalo Bill's was forced to close in March of 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which hit the community hard in Nevada. It reopened in December 2022 following renovations. Bonnie and Clyde's Getaway Car, the vehicle that Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow were fleeing in when they were shot and killed after being pursued by the police. It was previously located inside Whiskey Pete's, but has been moved to the connecting annex between Primm Outlet Mall and Primm Valley Hotel and Casino in 2022. The couple were shot and killed in Gibbsland, Louisiana, some 1,500 miles from Primm. The exhibit has been at the hotel since 1988 after Gary Primm purchased it for $250,000. In 2004, under MGM Mirage's then ownership, 52 apartment buildings were added in Primm to serve as more convenient housing for employees of the 3 casinos. The name of the apartment complex is the Desert Oasis, and its current location is 355 East Primm Boulevard. Primm is also known for various off-road races hosted there, such as Terrible's Score Primm 300, the 2004 DARPA Grand Challenge, the 2005 DARPA Grand Challenge, the State Line Supermoto Challenge, Works World Off-Road Championship, the 20th World's Strongest Man competition, and many more. Sadly, one of the most significant downfalls to Primm had been happening since the mid-2000s, when Southern California tribal casinos in San Bernardino, Riverside, and San Diego counties worked to develop and expand. This almost eliminated Primm's most consistent flow of customers. Once a massive draw for visitors to Primm and having over 58 stores and restaurants, the outlet mall attached to the Primm Valley Hotel and Casino, a 370,000 square foot beast, went through a foreclosure and several owner changes during the recession. It was sold in 2021 for $400,000. Sadly, as of 2023, it now has just 3 tenants and an uncertain future. Affinity Gaming, privately owned by Z Capital Partners of New York City, is rethinking and renovating all 3 Primm Valley casinos, Whiskey Pete's, Buffalo Bill's, and Primm Valley, to bring back Southern California business by infusing new life into the destination. However, as of this recording, on November 20th, 2023, Buffalo Bill's is the only casino hotel open. Primm Valley Resort and Casino and Whiskey Pete's Casino are closed with no further information. But could this have been part of Primm's downfall as well? One would think that even at the height of popularity, the Primm Valley resorts had to be tarnished by the heinous murder of 7-year-old Sharice Iverson on Labor Day weekend in 1997. Sharice was there with her father and 14-year-old brother. She was whiled away for about 3.5 hours after being dropped off just after midnight. She was supposed to stay in the arcade with her brother. At the same time, her father, Leroy Iverson, gambled in the casino upstairs. However, as 7-year-olds do, she wandered out into the casino several times. At about 1:33 a.m., hotel security paged for someone to collect her. Her 14-year-old brother claimed her, but then just let her go again. Later, at 3:48 a.m., Sharice enters the women's restroom near the arcade, and that's when 18-year-old Jeremy Strohmeyer followed her in. His friend David Cash hung around outside the door, watching. Strohmeyer covered her mouth and dragged her into an accessible stall where he sexually assaulted her. He then decided that his only option was to strangle her. This adopted boy from a wealthy family from Long Beach, California, was so cold-blooded that he walked out like nothing had happened. 5 minutes later, he and his friend were seen on surveillance talking to two girls in valet parking. He was arrested a few days later in Long Beach and extradited to Las Vegas. It was a death penalty case. However, Strohmeyer didn't go to trial, as he confessed and made a deal for a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Las Vegas homicide detective Phil Ramos said that he was mad at God, as the horrific crime scene tested his faith. After all is said and done, there's a ghostly legend surrounding Whiskey Pete's Hotel and Casino in Primm, Nevada, that says old Whiskey Pete himself haunts the place. Patrons and staff alike have reported the unnerving feeling of being watched. As they look around, they spot an elderly man wearing old-fashioned Western wear, who promptly vanishes before their eyes. The legend says that Pete still haunts his former property because his grave was disturbed during the construction of the resort, and he wants everyone to know that he's still around, keeping an eye on things. My name is Joseph, and thank you so much for watching. We are Mystery Syndicate. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Leave a comment and give this video a like. And to be notified when we post new videos, hit that notification bell. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Patreon. And for exclusive merchandise, visit our website at www.mysterysyndicate.com. From all of us at Mystery Syndicate, thank you again. We sincerely appreciate your support.